to get a drink, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Water?
Stay hydrated.
I always have one right next to my work computer. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
All right, we got ourselves some Quiplash too.
Oh, I understand those hula girl musics anytime.
We've been doing Quiplash 3 for a while, but we never even started to exhaust Quiplash 2s.
So, here's a question I have, Rick. Since we're doing a dedicated stream for this instead of just like 30 minutes or something, do we want to take some time and actually make our own Quiplash questions?
I wasn't planning on it.
Well, that's why I'm asking you. Is that something you'd be interested in, or do you just want to hop in?
I just kind of want to hop in.
All right.
Do, do, do.
Simon Tesla says the game still shows 6
Uh,
Vs.
Simon said, oh yeah, we got it. I should now put my hula in. Boo, 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 doo, 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 doo,
The game was so good last night, we're just going to play through the entire thing again.
Oh god, last night was so good. Oh, okay. Oh, I got the badge of honor.
Wow.
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 Now, if everybody gets any tooth fixed tonight, it's not my fault. That's the tooth.
Tonight's room code is AJLL.
Agile, Ajax. Ajax.
Agile. Do any of you know how to code an agile?
I add agility into this game. Oh. Do 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 do. 2 more to go, 2 more to roll. Who's up? Let's roll in the big ace. Let's go. Jahira. Jamand. Ah, there we go. All right, everybody's in. Let's go.
You can still put in that room code if you want to join the audience.
Yeah, and we got a big audience tonight. Royal Rumble. Oh, wait.
Welcome to Quiplash. I'm
Why
City, as if you
suddenly we
didn't
only have 10
recognize
people
me.
now?
Is that everyone? Huh. No, it's fine. You guys will do. Remember, anybody can join the audience at any point during the game. This is round 1. You are about to see 2 prompts on your device. Type something hilarious or not for each one. Then everyone gets to decide if your answer is better than someone else's. Democracy at work. You'll score points based on the percentage of people who prefer your answer. Have at it.
Is it PG-13 or what? I think most of these are kind of
Audience
unlimited,
members,
right,
while
Rick?
players are typing in their answers, try the audience play along.
I
I mean, we're not going to yell at you for putting in a swear, but
Yeah. I mean, look at what it says on the screen right now. What does sperm yell as they swim? The game itself is not necessarily, I would say, PG-13. So
Yeah. Jackbox has always been like that, but there's an option to make it a little friendly. 2-0.
Clock's running out. Think fast or use a safety quip.
oh, it's only 15 seconds left.
10 seconds.
Oh,
2, 1. Ooh, there's a lot. Feels like a lot less time in this.
There is a lot less time in this.
Okay, remember, this is all your fault. First off, the next big craze for yuppies, bottled blank.
Communion wine or Fluttershy figurines.
Also, the text is old-fashioned. I forgot about that. Comic book style.
I can also tell it's not anti-aliased.
It's not clay fighter style. Ching.
Moving on, a little known but fun moment at the Last Supper was when blank.
Jesus had invented beer pong, or Jesus turned the water into lemonade.
Jesus was like, "Hey, in ping pong, what if we use the stuff that the non slap us with back and forth?"
Yo, dude, I want to play like beer pong basketball, but I don't have anything to use for the hoops. Oh, bro, check it out. You could just like set your cup on a table and use that.
Hey.
Next up, a strange thing to shout during a tickle fight.
Oh wow!
Killed my father, prepare to die, or hee, don't tickle my butthole.
Welcome back, engaging comic.
This is what triggers my final form. Or another one.
Inigo Montoya, you tickled my father.
Okay,
Yeah,
next
today.
one. The perfect man is tall, dark, and blank.
Miller. Well endowed with money, I mean.
Oh my! Who's trying to flirt with me? I'm gonna tell you right now, I am neither of those first two things. GC.
See, when I looked at the question, I was like, "Oh, this is perfect."
Next on deck, a 3-word review of baths.
Fortnite is better, or water everywhere.
Yo, I took a bath in one of these and it didn't have twisty towers in it. What the heck?
I think I only won because people didn't want to vote for Fortnite.
Fair.
Actually, that's fair.
Next prompt.
Still can't believe
You know
Ryu
the
and
old
Chun-Li
saying,
were in it.
beer before liquor.
Slipshot calligraphy. or you in for a stinker. To rhyme with liquor. Sort of. Kind of.
I mean, it works, just minus all of the misspelling and grammar issues. I wrote that second one in like 3 seconds. So.
Oh, Frederick, to be fair, like, Fortnite got my vote because they had Ryu and Chun-Li in it, sadly.
The worst thing to see while wearing X-ray glasses.
Your parents or gas station tacos?
Oh, God.
What? What did you even see? You would see your parents inside the tacos. Ah, yes, of course.
Wow, wow. I thought your parents was my answer.
And next is, finding money in an old pair of pants is great, but what's even better is discovering blank.
A treasure map or you have work off?
You're just you're getting your pants out of the dryer and a little note falls out and it just says, "I owe you 1 day off, your boss."
And I'd be like, yes, yes. This is my time to shine.
Round one's over. Let's check the scoreboard. Round two time, and to make it interesting, I'm doubling all the point values. You heard me. While the players enter their quips, audience members can try the audience play-along on their devices.
Tunnel Drilling Simulator 2000. The world's most boring video game. And DMV Simulator. Doing the dishes VR.
Almost out of time. Use the safety quip button if you have to.
10 seconds. 5, 2,
3,
1.
2, 1.
Let's start this show. Starting us off,
Both the second ones are
easy
really
way
weird.
to start a fire is to rub blank together.
2 NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080s or 2 flamethrowers.
I think it's funny because I get the first one, Which I find.
Haha, get it? Because they overheat?
Yeah.
So Strawberry, you're out of date. It should be 3080s.
The name of a really crappy robot.
Aww.
My microwave or whatever Elon Musk tried to do last night.
Oh god, did he fucking like try to be like, I have a robot now? I thought he was all on that stupid tunnel thing right now.
I immediately said, I googled most expensive graphics card.
Yeah, no, the 3080s and 3090s are the hot shit right now.
Yeah.
Up next, something that would be terrifying to notice in the background of a selfie.
Your fursuit that wasn't there when you turned, or certainly not the SCP furry bait Malo.
Mallow. I love that somebody was doing a piece of art with it where it's she like leaves a coffee or tea for you when you're not looking, and then she sends a picture of her doing that, and it's just like, actually she's just like a supportive girlfriend.
Moving on. A good sign there's an invisible man living in your apartment.
Who keeps drinking all the beer, or the weird poking in your back at night.
Hello Lego, we're on round 2.
So who's gonna call it? Are we gonna do comics again on this tonight? Who could forget that? Oh, oh! You defeated me, Miller, but I'll be back.
Haha.
Nom nom. I'm hungry for
Coming up
numbers
next,
now.
The first thing Pinocchio did after becoming a real boy.
Oh boy, this
Become a real pain in the ass, or die a terrible death.
that would suck, but I can see it happening.
Real boy! Yes, Pinocchio, that means you now have cirrhosis of the liver and lung cancer from all that shit you did on Enjoyment Island. Or Pleasure Park, whatever it was.
It was Pleasure Island, but I liked Enjoyment Island as the knockoff version of it.
The Pleasure Island Rabbit Hole.
All that stuff you did, it all went to your
Next
wooden
is-
bones.
A great way to make friends in a steam room is to remove your towel and blank.
Austin Powers impression, or reveal your persona tattoo.
You know, everybody's going for it
So
today.
yeah, here on
people
my
get a
thigh, her
tattoo
name is
of their
Penny
persona?
Fenmore.
Yeah, baby.
A tattoo of
yeah.
like Crystal or Lola Bunny.
Or grape.
Yeah. I mean, I think about that, and I think of how many people have gotten like Betty Bop or Betty Boop tattoos, and it's just like, yeah, no, that would be a thing people would do.
Yep.
Next in line, a new
Baby
exciting
Boop.
rule for Monopoly. Pass go and collect blank.
A thought on the Monopoly 3D platformer, or free rent.
Remember, free rent is just the other way of saying you can't steal.
I don't like what the first one's trying to do. Nice job, Rick.
I was trying to
Ask
come up
Goat
with
for
something
fun.
clever to change collect into, and that was the only thing that came to mind.
Next one, something somebody named Dale would say.
Hey guys, we need a new plan for our quarter. Or, here's my brother, Chip.
Quick, patent that idea. Just don't tell Mattel or Milton Bradley, whoever owns it. Monopoly. So,
Milton
this-
Bradley
this
really
question-
does love chasing fads that are like 20 years out of date, so...
This question is weird because my boss is named Dale. So I'm
Okay.
just like, I don't know, what did he say?
Look, you put quarter in there, and I immediately said yes to it. But everybody's like, nah,
Round
GC.
2 is now complete.
That's
Let's see
fine.
where we
It was
landed.
one where I was just like, wait, what would he say? Wait, can I put anything in here that would make sense to anybody? No. What's another Dale? There's Chip and Dale, but that seems like some low-hanging fruit.
And the
Really not that
incredibly
low.
low-hanging fruit won it, so...
Everybody's getting the same prompt, so don't hold back.
Alright, let's not hold back. Acrolash.
Make up a phrase
Oh, I forget what
that
this one
goes
is.
with this acronym.
"20 seconds. "10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Everybody's in. You get 3 medals to award to your top 3 quips. Give out your gold, silver, and bronze medals now.
Reapplicable roll orifice. Rad Ruse on board. Resident Raccoon ovaries. Relaxed Roo oogling. Rick's Rodent Odyssey. Ricky Rocky Olsen I Got Nothing. Rutro Oragi, Irish Scooby-Doo. Rutro Osteoporosis.
Why are they two Scooby-Doos?
A lot of people are trying to come up with some Scooby-Doo shenanigans tonight.
Okay,
Alright.
everyone, let's see who got those medals. Bronze, silver,
Wow.
and the gold. Let's translate that into points.
I got bronze. Ah.
What, come you voted for it?
Oh.
Okay, let's see those final scores.
Yep, Rick got it. Oh god, I was in last place. Oof.
I'm not sure how
But
I
I went
managed
from
it.
last to second, so.
Miller, you were the top answer.
Oh my. I'm just the solution to everything.
I like that. That was good. Alright, so what are we gonna do? Another round?
If we do need to do new players.
Hmm.
So click new players.
New players? Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Are you gonna click new players, GC?
Oh, sorry. I forgot I was the VIP. For some reason, I thought it was you. There you go.
Oh, we can do Champed Up later on. I'd like to do that.
Champed up. I haven't done that in a while. There was one more we haven't played in a while. I'm trying to think what it was. Were you doing the surveys? Huh? Oh, no.
Code USAN is what everybody else calls Americans.
You were saying. So, like you were saying.
My name is Schmitty, and I'm going to be your best friend for the next 10 minutes or so, anyway. Very nice names. When my capybara finally gives birth, I'm going to name the pups after you guys.
Ah.
Here's round one. You score based on the percentage of players who like your answer. Plus, there are winners' bonuses at stake. Go! Folks in the audience can try the audience play-along while we wait for our players to finish.
Oh no.
Make up a word that means to make up a word.
Zoodle.
You know what I'm
Word
talking
makey
about?
uppy. 15 seconds.
If you can't think of anything.
Another word. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dictiongenesis.
Okay, moment of truth.
Does that work, or is that like
First,
Latin and
how do you
Roman
seduce
together
a
or
bear?
something?
Offer free food and don't shave, or just pour honey all over yourself.
Hey, work for the soldier.
They would have taken us in that direction and be like, how do you seduce a bear? It's like, go to Grindr, select bear.
Do, 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 do. Ooh. Alright, who's the missing vote?
Legotron said he's dropping out immediately after he joined.
A bad
Oh.
substitute for dental floss.
Razor wire or hemp twine might you get high.
I get you by?
Might get you high. You know,
Is that a
technically
bad
it's the
part?
same plant, but it's bred for a completely different purpose.
Yeah. It's like, I think we talked about that a couple weeks ago, how Coca-Cola does have cocaine in it, but it is absolutely nothing like the stuff that is used to make the recreational drug.
And next, the worst place to put potato salad.
Wow.
On top of your car as you go to the potluck, or down the front of your pants.
Ah. Whew! I dodged a bullet. Do-do-do-do. Oh.
You see, now you didn't vote.
You didn't vote,
Moving
GC.
on. What Abe Lincoln probably
Sorry, I got
called
distracted.
having sex.
Ejaculation proclamation. Well, that would have won anyway, so.
Ah.
Oh no, Lego.
And next is, the best way to make a waiter at a snooty restaurant angry is to keep asking blank.
Where's the bathroom? Or if the cow is slaughtered yet, / can you watch?
The veal is not fresh enough for me unless I watch the cow give birth and the calf slaughtered in front of me.
Restaurant customers like, look, I can't enjoy my cow unless it's born like 5 seconds into this earth.
Next on deck, the last thing a center wants to hear the quarterback whisper.
Well, we're getting sued. Or you should probably get tested.
Oh no.
Oof.
Next in the hopper, a bad thing to hear after yelling hello into a deep cave.
Who dares awaken Yog Sothoth? Or your parents were tasty, how about you?
I can just hear the second one in Ridley's voice from Metroid. Your parents were tasty! How about you?
Your next prompt is the way to really embarrass yourself on Jeopardy.
Say something bad on Twitter years ago.
Oh,
That's
topical.
all for round one. Here's the scoreboard.
Megatron's blame bloke.
Now round two, where all points and bonuses are doubled. Oh, the drama.
Okay, let's go.
Audience members, instead of just waiting around while the players type, try the audience play along.
"20 seconds. Weird thing to find on your grandparents' bedside table."
Time's running out. Use a safety.
Necronomicon. Tu Wong Fu. 10 seconds.
think somebody will.
4, 3, 2.
Let's see what we're working with. Starting things off, your secret recipe for applesauce is to simply blank.
Add anything but apples, or use apricots. Apple flavoring is apricots.
So the second one is true. If you've ever had an apple flavored anything, it's actually flavored using apricots.
Good to know.
Up next, the most common item in the Lost and Found box in Hell.
Silicone sculptures or wishes to assassinate your enemies.
Sculptures in big air quotes.
Oof. Yeah, we got this person here that wants to die. Yeah, just throw it in last round.
Next up, a good line for breaking the tension at a fish funeral.
We commit thee to 42 Wallaby Way, or at least he's not sleeping with the humans.
It's both good. Frederick, the first one is a reference to Finding Nemo.
Ah,
In the movie, their goal is to get to the diver's address, which was written on the back of his goggles that he dropped, and the address is 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, Australia.
I find it funny that everybody remembers that address but me.
Yelling fire in a crowded movie theater is bad, but even worse is yelling blank.
Avatar was better than this movie, or I started the fire and you're all trapped.
You just get up in the crowd and just like slather white paint on your face, and you're like, "We live in a society."
You wouldn't believe how many people were dressing up as Joker after that movie.
Yeah.
I admit it was cool at first, but yeah, then it got a little creepy.
You just specify which Avatar? There was only one Avatar movie in theaters, at least.
Yeah.
Coming up next,
I don't think there was another TV Avatar movie.
Oh,
I made it myself, or do you like it? I made it myself.
Really?
Oh,
That's pretty
game
close
I-
to a jinx.
Yeah. Game usually detects that kind of thing too.
yeah.
Okay, which two people are thinking alike?
Oh, this ought to be fun. Come on, show yourself, mind
Boxer
readers.
and Fletch.
And look at that. Oh,
Look
I
at
was kind of hoping they split
that.
I was too.
perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Next in line, what the hare did with his life after losing to the tortoise.
Get eaten by a fox, or ever hear fuck like rabbits? He started that.
Ah, Miller. Oh no. He got me back for that answer.
Yeah, first Quiplash.
Ah,
Okay, next one. After
This game is
killing
cruel.
Hitler, the second thing you would do with a time machine.
Go back 5 minutes and kill Hitler again, or win the lottery.
as if killing him once was not enough.
Yeah, now I'm just thinking of that Love, Death, and Robots short of what would happen if Hitler died, or if X thing happened to him.
Ah,
Honestly, I'd be more interested if it's like you went back in time and you got Hitler accepted to the Vienna Arts Academy.
Next one.
you win lottery and all
Like, just don't kill him, just set him on the right path.
Less this mess, or Jesus did it.
Jesus is the name of my dog.
Look, Jesus gave us assholes. I'm going to use it. And like, no, that was God. Still Jesus. No one knows. Oh. Oh.
I like both of these, but
Likely came back with a vengeance.
That's all for round 2. Let's see where the points went.
He even gets ahead of me. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm still in 5th.
It's round
last
3, the
lash.
last lash. I've got one prompt left, and you're all getting it.
Ah, the comic clash. Remember how they used to do this all the time? Wow. Dee 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 dee.
Okay.
All right, here's the board. Time to give out those medals.
Easy. She's stuff her bra with mice. You see the bazonkers on it. Mouse is stacked. Well, it's a mouse. It has tusks and tits. If I said tits, would you be offended? Definitely not by comparing it to your chest. It's giant frauded dick, of course. Because everyone in chat started giggling. And look at the tits.
I knew everybody's gonna go with that.
I mean, the comic set itself up for that, right?
Yeah.
That's the point. It's trying to be like, haha, make move
Nice.
joke.
Let's see who snagged the medals. Bronze first. Here's the
Oh.
silver. And gold. Let's
Oh.
put those medals down for
Actually got
points.
some gold.
I think Fletch got it.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah.
this definitely gave me some points.
It's over. Let's see the final scores.
And the final scores.
Alright, Fletch wins.
Fletch.
Hey, Fletch.
Do, 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 do. Legatron comes in with the Jesus did it answer. Ooh.
Yeah, he got one answer in, and it was a good one.
Yes, it was. There you go, Lakatron. Alright, let's see what the chat's up to tonight. Okay, what next?
If we want to do Guesspionage, we can do that.
Yeah, I miss Guesspionage.
Let's
I don't know
do
if I've played that one.
Guesspionage.
We have a big audience, gets better too. How big is our audience tonight? 29?
Attention all agents. The winner of the 4 days, 4 nights, all-inclusive vacation to the Area 51 Golf Resort and Spa is Agent Aletto. Please report to the front desk to let us know your preferred dates, as well as your head size, so we can get a dark sack that properly restricts all vision. Congratulations.
Miller the Bird, need
All right.
Hi, you've reached the voicemail of General Office Building. Our office is
Technically.
currently closed because again,
Actually,
you're
what's
just
the
a
name?
typical office business. If you know your party's extension, enter it now and then explain to us how you got that
Breathe
intel.
it in.
I'll be a
We
doctor,
only need
actually.
to know for regular office reasons.
Ooh.
Nothing
High
else.
five.
Please leave a message at the beep because we certainly haven't been
one.
reporting you this whole time.
always wear your mask, people.
Hey, want to see your government in action? Of course not. But the great thing about the petabytes of info we've collected on each and every one of you, we can use that data to play a game. Come on, you don't even have to catch a ball or nothing. Let's play Guesspionage.
Espionage.
Oh, and guess what? We're now collecting live data from the audience. We'll be asking questions specifically about them if we collect enough data. Otherwise, we'll use what we already have. Now let's administer some
All right,
fun.
audience, we're collecting data from you. Please agree to this EULA and these terms of service. It's
Ooh,
only 90
President
pages
asked us
of
to look
dense
this up
legalese.
yesterday.
I'm sure you'll get through it quickly.
I really don't know why they don't let you pick the topic.
What percentage of people did not read a single novel in the past year? Make it a good guess. You'll get more points the closer your guess is to the actual percentage. And if you're in the audience, play along by answering the question.
And I guess what percentage? We have the using the audience now.
Got it. 20%.
Very.
Okay, everyone else.
At least 5 people have to answer in order to use
Oh, I have to
audience
choose
answers.
higher or lower.
Otherwise, we use global answers.
By picking much higher or much lower.
High five. Breathe it in.
Unanimously higher. How did the audience answer? 25%. I've got big points for that guess. Who said higher? Nice job. I've got some points for you. And what have we here? Ah, that's too bad. Double downs only count if the answer is off by 15% or more.
Oh.
What is this?
Okay, who's up next? Ooh, this is gonna be good. What percentage of people deal with bugs in their homes by taking them outside, rather than leaving them alone or killing them? 40%. Everyone pick higher or lower.
High five. Breathe it in.
Got 10 audience records.
All right.
People
All
are
right.
saying lower. And what does your audience think? 54%. That was a respectable guess.
Okay.
Who got it right? Here's some points.
Whoosh.
Who's next?
More people should kill bugs, so it's like, oh no!
All right,
Okay.
buckle in.
Certain
Bad
bugs.
ways.
Spiders, I always take outside because they're usually going to keep the other bugs away anyway.
What percentage of people have cleared their internet history in the past month?
Especially here in Texas where we have wolf spiders and they don't make cobwebs. So you get all of the advantages of having spiders around with none of the
75%.
disadvantages.
All right, what do you think?
I say just lower myself.
Breathe it in.
I'd say like 60.
All right.
Ooh, Rick's going double down.
And what did the audience say? 33%.
No.
It says past month, not like past year.
So no points for
Yeah.
Let's see who got it right. Well done. You get points. As for you, well done. Double points for saying much lower.
I like the tongue hanging out. Ah,
Next up.
High five.
Jackbox.
Ooh,
Let's
I
see.
remember seeing good surveillance for this. Yeah.
Fletcher, you don't need to clear your browser history if you're always in incognito mode. Tap Stimple.
What percentage of people are bigger fans of Star Trek than Star Wars? %. Okay, higher or lower?
I say that's dead on.
Ah,
I say 30% there.
I say.
Breathe it in.
Everyone
I
says
think it's
higher
closer to
except for one of you.
50-50, but
Let's see the audience
No.
answer.
I know there's
more
more.
than that.
42%.
Really?
That's what we call in the ballpark.
And
Got it right.
it was kind of low because Star Wars is technically more popular. But on the other hand, Star Wars has lost a lot of good faith in the past couple years.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they only had one game while Star Wars has been getting out like plenty and Platusa of them.
What percentage of people have read all the Harry Potter books and seen all the movies?
Ooh.
40%. Okay, higher
Gary?
or lower?
You're going lower.
I would go even more lower.
Yes.
See, it's funny because I have read all the books and I have seen the first 6
I'm
movies.
thinking it's lower.
I did
And
not
what
care
did
to
the
watch the
audience
Deathly
say?
Hallows movies.
22%. Hey, you're a better guesser than our trained rats. Nice job.
I was going for like something like very marginally higher than 40%,
Let's see
but
who got it right.
Yeah.
I guess
I
I'm
just think
Here's your points.
I don't think there's a lot of people who have enough patience to read an
Who's
big old
next?
7-book series.
I had to read them once.
They
I
can try.
have. I've only read them once.
I only read the Deathly Hollows, honestly. I really want to get an old series.
Engaging comic, I come back at you. Why would you need to watch the movies if you've read the books?
Very
45%.
higher.
Everyone else, higher or lower?
That's higher.
Nah.
High five.
Hold on, I really do think it's much lower.
Breathe it in.
Just one of you.
I
is
think
saying
it's much
higher.
lower.
I think it's-
What does your audience?
Let's see.
11%.
Wow. That's
Terrible.
shocking.
You need to be within 30% to get points. Who got it right?
Oh,
Nice job. I've got some points for you.
45% of people wrote on bathrooms at some point in their lives. Bathrooms be covered in a lot more graffiti, I think.
my turn. Okay.
I'm going to search for... What percentage of people usually have
I don't
friends
take
who
Sharpies
shower
into the
their-
bathroom.
How much do you think, GC?
35%. What do y'all think? Higher or lower?
High five.
Lower.
Ooh, doubly lower is interesting, Rick. I'm gonna see if this pays off.
This is gonna be like 5%.
How did the audience answer?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
I actually know quite a bit of people that do that, but I guess that's
That's not a common thing.
Let's see who got it
No,
right.
yeah.
Here's
I
the-
go
Alright.
to the great clips.
Okay, who's up
Okay.
next?
I gotta keep this next.
Let's see, what would be good? How about this?
Cereal milk.
okay.
After eating their bowls of cereal, what percentage of people lift up the bowls to drink the remaining milk?
Yep, I'm gonna go 50.
Everyone else,
Mm.
higher or lower?
I think it's higher. Let's see. But my brother says much higher. Let's see what he says.
Lower. And what did the audience say?
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
You weren't within 30%.
Why would you waste the milk?
I don't know. I do drink the cereal milk, but
I-
I hear a lot of people complain about it. It's like, why would you drink the cereal milk? So I had no idea. So I guess it is. Those people are weird.
Yes. They are weird, Vic.
Know how they would answer this question. Who do most people find to be the most annoying celebrity? Now let's see the answers.
Oh.
But only the top 3 answers will get you points. Ready?
Oh.
Go!
Oh.
If you're in the
There's
audience,
2 on here, and I cannot decide which one.
you can totally determine the answer. Don't forget to use all 3 of your picks.
Who wouldn't drink chocolate milk? Yeah.
Let's see what answers
No,
you
I
chose.
had a specially made like plastic bowl when I was a kid that had a straw in the side of it, so you could drink the milk from the bottom without having to lift it
What
up
are
to your
the
face.
most popular answers?
Oh. No one said Justin Bieber.
My hero.
I'm
Who's my
surprised.
hero?
He's kind of fallen off the radar in the last
All right.
Mhm.
at least 5 years.
We still make jokes over here that, hey, US, we'll trade.
I lost by 1%.
You know so much about people.
Wow.
Yeah, and I do this for a living.
You had 15,000, I had 14,850. 1% point difference.
That was actually pretty quick. I like that. Still got another hour left too. What should we do?
We wanted to do Champed Up.
Champed up.
Need
Yeah.
to open up Party Packs.
Champed Up.
I wonder if I still have my. Yeah, I'll just use my mouse. Oh, and Myth X is rating with a party 6.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Mythix.
Epic fix.
Hello, friend. She comes bearing Ragoons.
Ray Goons? Is that what they are?
She's got a crab Rangoon emote.
Oh. Oh, thank you.
I'll pick my girl. Room code is JKHT. Come on, hop in the audience.
Hey, Qualzar.
Oh, hey, yeah. I just saw they did a thing. I don't think I'm allowed to say any more than that.
Welcome to the Scrolliseum. These talented trainers are about to face off to see who's the best at creating champion characters with unusual skills. Will the underdogs take down the heavy favorites? It's time to get champed up. In this first step, the trainers will be prompted to draw and name a particular type of champion character. They'll be equipped with 2 tools, a pen for drawing and a thick marker for coloring in. Once a character is drawn and named, it can be submitted. The timer's been set. Off we go.
1 minute.
Seconds remain. Players need to name their character.
Using white as a
7,
background color
6,
is
5,
very hard.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The trainers are now moving on to creating a challenger. These characters will be the underdogs because their creators will see who they're competing against, but not what the contest will be. So they must analyze their opponent's unique skill set to create what they hope is a worthy challenger. Let's see the drama unfold.
What is this? Oh, this is gonna be very dumb.
This game usually is pretty dumb.
In the best ways.
20 seconds.
Name those characters.
Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1.
It's time for the main event. Our first opponent enters the ring.
A certain past president,
In this corner we've got.
Gene.
Well, you hate to see this. It's a forfeit.
Why is it a forfeit?
Well, the crowd is really turning on this trainer.
No.
In
Did
this corner
Lego
we've got-
disconnect or something?
They'll be facing
As
off
it as a
against-
Mr.
These two
Duckopolis.
will battle to see who is the champion of Razzle Dazzle. Oh, it's too close to call. It's the Clash of the Titans. That's incredible. Some extra cash goes to the underdog. The crowd is simply going crazy for this trainer. Now entering the ring.
Your browser history.
Opposing them will be...
Ultra Death.
We'll decide once and for all who is the champion of bad omens. My goodness! I would hate to be on the receiving end of that blow. It's neck and neck.
See, you don't need to draw good to beat me. You just need to be clever.
Next up, it'll be
Denippy.
versus.
Gene.
One of them will be crowned the champion of Instagram likes. Now this is a duel. It's a close one. Can they build on this momentum?
I don't know either. Oh, sorry. It's weird. Both of them are so weird. I don't know which one was the challenger.
I have no idea if Gene is a meme. The Mighty Hot Dog. The Burgermeister.
These two are facing off to see who is the champion of Friday night.
Oh, and neither of you did the boyfriend? Oh,
Greatness.
how terrible.
Back and forth they go. This is getting drawn out.
I had no idea it was a Friday night.
No, I get that.
Make way for
No relation to Mayor McCheese.
The line.
versus.
Fox Lindbergh.
One of them will walk out as the champion of lovable rogues. What a battle! The scales are beginning to tip. This has become a one-sided match.
From orbit, he comes down and squashes the competition.
Fan favorite. Here's our next competitor
Pinocchio.
versus
Puppetmon.
only one of them can be the champion of puppets.
Puppetmon just got like a nuclear warning sign taped to his head.
Whoa, Nelly!
This is the Fox genocide arc.
This is an ugly scene here, folks. Up next,
Moccasin Motorist.
is
Slipper.
these two are competing to be the champion of Whoopsie Daisy. Get out the popcorn. This is a good battle. What a whack attack! This is getting interesting.
Is it
I-
this dog
I had-
lose that ability at once?
I saw the slip and I was just like, what the heck is this? And I'm like, okay, it's got like banana peels on its feet. Is it like a footwear
That takes
thing?
us to halftime. Here are the scores.
That's funny.
Ooh, Baxter. Yeah,
Alright.
that forfeit was weird. I'm not sure what caused that.
Hmm. 1 minute.
"30 seconds."
20-second warning. Name those characters.
"1 minute."
Seconds remain. Players need to name their character.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's the second half, which means it's time for the tag teams. Each matchup will include a surprise contest where players can tag out their characters. The bonus points are doubled and votes for both contests will be cumulative. Let's start things off with our first two fighters. You will decide who is the champion of tyrants.
Eastern leader, or pick a 20th century dictator.
I don't believe what I'm seeing. Holy smokes! It's not over yet. Here's the next title up for grabs. The champion of jaywalking.
This is pure
Will the trainers keep their characters or swap out? It's a scroll brawl. Who wants it more?
How'd you manage to have the perfect one?
I don't know. That was a good changeover, though.
Is teamwork, folks.
That was a good changeover.
2 new fighters enter the ring.
Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls.
One of them will be the champion of the desert island.
Does he have a bottle of piss on his back?
It's neck and neck.
Oh my god.
We'll declare a
There's
winner
only one
from
way
the
I'm gonna be able to survive this situation.
the champion
Gotta drink
of
my own
the
piss.
resort. The trainers have a decision to make.
Oh,
Here come the reinforcements. That was below the belt.
I don't know why you'd switch off of Bear Grylls.
yeah.
That Bear Grylls is extremely funny. Just the 10-gallon drum on his back of
They
it.
can stop these two. Here's our next matchup.
Metal Slime.
Oh.
Slime 2.
Who is the champion of Gloop? Whoa, Nelly! Here we go.
Oh, this is a furry channel. Of course, there's gonna be a lot of furries.
The champion of scientific studies. Will the players tag out? Let's find out. It's a whole new fight. It's anyone's fight.
I was actually gonna vote for the Metal Slime, because the Metal Slime is how you get a lot of experience. Therefore, it's a form of studying.
Yes. But now, your browser history is scientific.
Yes. It will be historically recorded for
These two, they just
prosperity's
work so
sake.
well together.
Also, yeah, he's booing again.
It's time for our next bout. Well, you hate to see this. It's a forfeit. And the cheese stands alone.
Alright.
Here are the next 2 fighters.
Best boy. Best cat.
One of them will be the champion of fandom.
Yeah.
They're trading punches. What a sketchy move. It all comes down to this next match. The champion of rooting around in Justin Timberlake's garbage. What will the trainers do? Let's see.
Korg. Yes, he's
We're
Korg.
witnessing an absolute thrashing. Unbelievable.
Yeah. I couldn't draw the body, I'm sorry.
A solo victory.
I'm bad at drawing people's bodies.
Oh, we recognize in this game. Shard of the Nokia that was broken, or the Lego from Down Under.
The champion of diabolical.
A Nokia that was broken. It's like a physical impossibility.
It's a close one.
That's why it says mysterious right there.
It's a magical artifact. It's like the shard of the Dark Crystal.
Now they'll be battling for this title. The champion of the comment section. It's decision time. We're watching a scribble quibble. Here we go.
Oof. You win this one, Ultra Def.
Their chemistry is off the
Over
charts.
gritty.
So over greedy.
Up next. Who is the champion of TikTok? Who will
I like to think that whoever put Pettit was drawn in by the opponent.
It's getting ugly. Here's the next contest. The champion of who? Here we go. Oh dear, look away! Look away! It's a scrawl brawl.
Oh man, yeah, Mr. Cuddles works. One of the question marks, Mr. Cuddles works very well for that one.
Moving on.
Gene or the pair of the pink elephant.
It's a forfeit.
Ah.
Oh no.
Who needs a teammate?
Champion of
This
hallucinations.
fighter. Okay, folks, that was the final match. The judges are tallying the final scores, and we have a winner.
Crack on with all these stick fingers. Nice.
I thought Frederick had. Oh wow, Frederick was just $10 off.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Stolen. Victory is stolen.
Frederick said probably switching out Bear Grylls cost me the victory. Yep.
Dang it, Frederick, I voted for you. That's what I didn't access. Let me see, what else can we do? We got still another 25 minutes.
See, I want to do the product pitching one, but I know that one takes a lot longer, and you need everyone in a call or in the same room.
Yeah.
What about the internet one again? I forget its name.
Oh, versus the internet or whatever it is. Survive the internet.
Survive the
Survive the
internet?
internet, yeah. Haven't done that one in a while. I never won a game of that once. I'm very bad at roasting people. I just don't have the heart for it. But I gotta find out if I can win this one. Do 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 do. But
I need to show you the room code.
Uh-oh, is it like ruse?
check it out. Oh, hold on 1 second here. Okay.
All right, the room code is
Oh. Okay.
Hey, there's 8 of you. My career as a broadcast streamer is really blowing up. Don't forget you can join the audience at any time. All right, prepare for liftoff. Hey there, I'm Todd. If you ever go to my parents' house, their Wi-Fi password is HNB2837FCYH33. In case you need some instructions, check out this quick tutorial.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Partyboy7 here to teach you how to play Survive the Internet. So in each round, you'll get a prompt on your device. Go ahead and answer it. Those responses will then be sent to another player. The objective is to twist these words in the most ridiculous way possible. So if my friend Paul said selfie sticks are, quote, super dumb, then I would take him out of context. Say we're on a news site. Their super dumb would be an outrageous comment to what headline? Oh, I got it. Everybody then votes on whose comment looks the most absurd. I get rewarded for writing the twist, and Paul gets some pity points for looking foolish. The person with the most points at the end of the game wins. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please. I feel so empty inside.
Let's start things off at a social media site.
Ooh. Nice.
Ugh.
Okay, you're getting a prompt on your device. Don't overthink your response. Just follow your gut.
Do 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 do.
You're getting another player's answer on your device. Take these words out of context in the most ridiculous way you can.
Alright. Let's see if this one lands.
Teresis is like a malicious version of Pass It On. Yes.
A good way to describe it.
Well, here goes nothing.
Hashtag my cat. Bastard son of a whoremonger. That's just what you'd nickname your cat, really. It's sickening, it'll kill us all. Hashtag First Shoot Friday. Wisdom never gets old. Hashtag why you shouldn't get a vaccine. Oh, wow. Today's kids should socialize the old-fashioned way, getting drunk at the bar. Chloroform crew. Wash the smell away, dirty boy. Hashtag house pets. I enjoy it, but not as much as my friends. Hashtag sex with my friends. Slept. Hashtag brave scientist finds cure for cancer on self-funded expedition to Mars. This is supposed to be a hashtag.
I think these got like backwards.
Go away. Hashtag government offers free vaccination along with $5,000 bonus.
Yeah, these are backwards.
Which of these made you laugh the hardest? Vote now. And here are the results. And here's how the audience voted.
Yep, sounds about right.
Here's who twisted your words. They get some points. And you, the victim, get some pity points.
Yay!
I
Victimized
hope your parents aren't
points.
watching.
Ultimate
No,
sacrifice.
it was Drakon went there, Frederick.
Here's the order of who
GC had the first part and he made it without context. Then Drakon made it about vaccines.
I was the sacrifice for his
Great.
first place.
I'm at 0 points.
Video site.
Yay.
You're getting another prompt. Go ahead and be candid. This is our safe space.
All right, GC. There we go.
Okay, here's what you're working with. Do your worst.
You need to follow the prompt. It says what you're supposed to fill it out. And this one, be a ridiculous comment to a video titled... What?
Yes.
"20 seconds.
Let me
10
your
seconds.
password. Oh, this game is so witty.
Is anyone else's heart racing right now?
Annoying but good for people with sensitivities. Flipping off your landlord ASMR.
Yeah.
True art, there could be none greater. 6 hours of ball slapping ASMR.
Clap, 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 clap.
Pretty cool if they stay on topic why the Star Wars movies are the best and worst cinema ever. Dogs can be pretty crunchy, yep. How to make a dog happy. No cutting. Hair salon finally reopens for business. How come I never see you around? Because you sicken me. Hopefully they can change, but for now they're a blight to society. My firstborn child.
Oh, no!
I've never passed that class, so I wouldn't know for sure. Life 101, how to live.
Here are your candidates. Now place your votes. Let's see who got the votes.
Oh my gosh.
I actually did it. Wow.
Wow.
And the entire audience, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Go to hell.
How will that shuffle the leaderboard? Let's find out.
Scores in this game are so disparate.
Let's switch things up and go to crowdfunding site.
Crowdfunding.
Another prompt is headed your way. Now get to it. Come on, baby. Let's do the twist.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, you knuckleheads. Here we go.
No.
Turns to life in 2205. Half-Life 3.
Nice.
Why would I ever want this? Who would ever want this? Start your own private island for literal pennies.
I can think of a lot of reasons why I would want
Oh
that.
god, how do I fall asleep again? Help me help you in finding your greatest desire. Pandemic style. Help bring back my life. Random thought about the MS thing I did 20 years ago. Victims of the Y2K bug. Can't get enough of them. Rescue endangered African elephants from poachers. Some people like it, but I say burn it. Help fund a memorial to my late mother.
Oh.
Oh.
That guy, you're flipping the board here.
Nothing at all. How much money is your favorite amount of money?
Alright, let's get those votes in. Let's see how everybody voted.
Oh.
You dolt.
And Rick was the sacrifice dice.
It's time for the scoreboard.
Ooh. Ooh.
PC's in the lead, but only by 20 points.
Photo sharing site.
Okay, time to pull out the cruelest of my mind. Let's go.
Here is your last prompt. It's time to take the gloves off. Really go for it this time.
"25 seconds.
What's Judi Dench up to? How's she doing?
10 seconds.
I mean, honestly, she's probably just sitting on
GC.
royalties for the rest of her life.
Okay, let's see how you've grown as
I read no text.
Made my own guacamole using fresh guano, extra creamy, #natural.
Oh.
Ice cream is like the sea. The surface is vanilla, the animals are caramel, and the bottom is chocolate.
Chocolate. Yes.
All the evolution theories are wrong. Our real ancestors are kitty cats.
Ooh.
See, that seems like something GC would say.
Yes, it would.
About to enjoy some pineapple pizza in the park, then have some fun with myself.
Okay.
I'm sorry, excuse you? Phrasing?
Well,
Let's
you're
stay
trying
at
to
the
make
newly
something.
renovated Bates Motel.
Oh no.
Getting my enema ready. Hashtag blessed. Hey Miller, look.
Yeah? Hi, it's the spider. The Black Widow.
Returning to enjoy the scene of the crime.
Okay, go ahead and
I'm
cast
sorry.
those back.
Did I say at some point that I'm like afraid of spiders or something?
Let's see who got the points.
Much wider spread this time.
You look foolish.
I don't know.
It all comes down to this.
Ooh.
We got the third.
Oh.
Ah!
And Drakon gets it in the final round.
Ah! So close.
Congratulations,
Congratulations,
Dracon. You get an all expenses paid trip straight to hell.
I gotta ask got the most pity points? Okay. That's a twist.
Alright. Well, I think we have successfully jacked the boxes.
Yes, the boxes, they have been jacked.
Okay, guys. Good. Alright, we're all good. But yes, the boxes have been jacked.
Thank you everybody for stopping by, and we will see you next time. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.